And it kind of hinted towards something pretty big.
Sup? Day 9 of counting calories every day for 30 days. Yesterday I had a complete day off of making any videos, which was a good little refresher. Today I want to run through my calories consumed and also my calories burnt for the first 7 days. So today's video is going to be a bit of a recap. I've just finished work, I'm on the way to the gym, I'm going to get a workout in, and then once I get back in the car I'll discuss in more detail how the first week has gone overall. There's certain statistics that I haven't even calculated yet, such as my overall calorie deficit for the week, which will be interesting. And if it's anything around that 6,000 or 7,000 calorie mark total for the week, I mean that's going to be amazing. I honestly think that I've probably averaged around about 1,000 calories per day in deficit, and I've never stuck to a diet like that before. I mean, that was the goal at the start of this thing, was, look, if I'm going to focus on fat loss, I want to be in a really decent caloric deficit. And you know, just with the whole smoking weed every day thing, it just didn't allow that. You know, I'd go through my first 75% of my day with the utmost conviction that I was going to stick to my diet, and then it would come to the night time, I'd be hungry because I'd pushed through. I'd done intermittent fasting as I normally do, as I'm doing at the moment, but then I'd smoke, and all of that conviction would go completely out the window, and I'd let myself down, and I'd eat, you know, 2,600 calories, 3,000 calories, 3,500 calories. Then I'd have to get up the next morning and try and negate that through hours and hours of walking. Back in the day, I wasn't really doing any running. And, you know, to put it into perspective, I went for a walk this morning before work. It was 1 hour and 20 minutes, and I burnt 200 calories. 200 pitiful calories. Now, if I went for an hour and 20 minutes of running, I'd be burning upwards of 800, 900 calories. So as far as efficiency when trying to burn calories, if you can manage it, if you've got the knees to handle it, if you've got the energy to get through it, running is just so much better of an option when trying to burn calories, when trying to lose body fat. And so, you know, walking's good. Like the only way that I was going to get up before work and actually get something done was if I knew that it was a walk as opposed to a run, because a run's just that much harder, but that much more fruitful. So I'm almost at the gym. I'm still struggling with a back injury. It doesn't seem to be getting any better, which is really frustrating. I do sit a lot at work, and like I've noticed, like I might be able, it doesn't really hurt whilst I'm sitting, but then when I stand up, it's like I'm just all seized up, all inflamed, and it doesn't feel good whatsoever. So, but you know, that it is what it is. I sit a lot. I work in an office, so I'm working through that. Today I am going to train arms, and then I'm going to go for a run. I'm training arms because I want something that is not going to put too much pressure on my lower back. Training back is just completely out of the question at the moment. And training chest I did a couple of days ago. I did chest and shoulders. So we're going to do biceps and triceps, most probably in a superset fashion, similar to the workout that you saw on camera the other day. And yeah. Happy days. We continue, day 9 of counting calories every single day for 30 days. It's the 10th of January, it's 5:22 in the PM. I've done 11,000 steps. I'm going to run for 5 kilometers after my workout, get a good sweat up. I can see it already. And then I'll come back to you and we'll cover the stats from the first 7 days of this challenge. I look forward to it. All right, one arms workout in the books, superset style. 3 exercises for buys, 3 exercises for tries. And for anyone wondering at home, the first superset was between a standing alternating dumbbell curl followed by a seated overhead tricep dumbbell extension. The second superset consisted of some close grip push-ups and a straight bar bicep curl. And the third and final superset was some V-bar tricep pushdowns and some standing single arm cable bicep curls. So I had a fairly decent pump in the arms. I went upstairs and I started running, and this is actually the first time in a long time that I've cut my run short of 5Ks, and the reason is because my back just feels terrible, to be honest. It is not good, and I don't think the mattress I'm sleeping on is doing me any favors. So, you know, I've tweaked my back like this before, and it's been over a week and a half now. It's probably been about 11 days. And normally by this time, you know, the acute pain will have dissipated and there might be a little bit of leftover inflammation, but to me, it's really not feeling like it's getting any better. And, you know, with back injuries, for me, they last for like a week or so, and, you know, it'll be pretty damn sore to the touch and also for most movements for about the first 4 or 5 days, and then eventually, like, I'll wake up one day and it'll be just that much better, and I'll wake up the next day and it heals through sleep. But at the moment I'm waking up and it's not feeling any better. So I've got faith that it's gonna, you know, I'm not gonna let it depress me. I'm doing what I can, but I've definitely got to be mindful, got to be careful of that. But you know, we've trained arms, and I am more than happy with that. So, moving on, let's talk about calories. That's what this channel's about. Well, that's what this YouTube series is about. That's what this video series is about, is counting calories. And I have indeed counted every single calorie that I've consumed every single day for the last 9 days. I'm gonna pull over just quickly, grab my phone and run through properly the calories for the days, and I'll take screenshots and I'll put them up on the screen for you guys to see whilst I'm saying it. But yeah, let's do that now, just before I get home. No, I'm not going to do it in front of a police officer. I'm going to do it right here. Oh no, that's a bus stop. My bad. I'm going to do it right here. No, there's yellow lines. Oh well, I don't give a shit. Well, I do, but anyways, it doesn't matter. Come over here. I'm not driving illegally. If anyone wants to pull up beside me, I can show my license and registration. No, we don't have to show registration here in Australia, but either way. All right. Let me get my phone out. So my resting calories at the moment are calculated at 2,300 and something. Let me get that up. Okay. So each and every day, you know, who knows what is the exact total of your metabolic rate. Each and every human being has a different genetic makeup. We may be similar, but we are different, and our metabolic rates are different, and certain foods actually affect your metabolic rate. But for this particular instance, I'm going to trust what my Garmin smartwatch has come up with, and that is 2,368 calories, right? That's resting. So anything under that, and I'm going to be losing weight, even if I'm not exercising. Now, any calories that I burn through exercise on top of that are additional. So for example, yesterday, I had 2,368 calories burnt at rest, plus 983 active calories, bringing my total calorie expenditure for the day to 3,351. Now that was yesterday. That was a pretty big day. But going back to the first day we did this, right? January the 2nd. You know what my resting calories are. I'm going to talk about active calories. This is calories burnt, all right? So 313 on on day 1, January the 2nd. Day 2, 797. Day 3, 1,076. Now anything over 1,000 is a big day. Day 4, 248. Day 5, 947. Day 6, 201. And day 7, rounding out the first week, 774. Now, I don't know what the average of those are, but I am going to calculate it, and I'm going to put it right here for anyone following along at home. This is the average active caloric expenditure above my maintenance for the week, bringing my total average caloric expenditure for the week per day to this. Now compare that to my calories consumed. They, from day 1 to, actually, I can do this. I can actually grab a week from the 2nd of January. Okay, here we go. Okay, so for the week, and this is convenient, for the week from January the 3rd to January the 9th, let me screenshot that. You're about to see what I screenshotted right now. My average calories consumed was 1,721. Now, if you want to know what nutrients made up those calories, what macronutrients, an average through the first 7 days of this, of 113 grams of protein, 153 grams of carbs, and 75 grams of fat. And I'm going to screenshot that. I'm gonna assume that my average calorie expenditure per day, I don't know what it is, but I'm going to say it's around about 2,700. And for me to have consumed an average of around about 1,700, that brings our daily caloric deficit. I just about said surplus. Sorry, these words are really, they're words that I haven't used for a long time, but this brings our daily caloric deficit on average throughout the first week of counting calories to around about 1,000. And that, my friends, brings us to the end of our day 9 video. Now, this series could well be the most meaningful to me. You know, geez, I've talked about alcohol, I've talked about weed, porn, social media, sugar, and now, oh, actually I've talked about running as well. I ran every day for 30 days, and now my 7th series on this channel, Counting Calories, is going to bring me into the best shape of my entire life. Now that's something I talked about wanting to achieve throughout the last half of last year. I didn't know for sure whether it was going to happen. I thought it would, but I certainly didn't know when. But I tell you what, guys, I am not far away from it. I am shaping up like a motherfucker. I'm shaping up really, really quick. And the only reason that's happening is because I'm being really disciplined and eating an average of 1,700 calories per day, which is sweet fuck all. I don't want to bottom out. My energy levels are low. I'll have a good sleep. I'll wake up in the morning and I'll still be fatigued. But I'm going to keep pushing, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.